everyone, and welcome back to All of the Above. I'm Jacob.
I'm Caleb.
And I'm Kyle.
And we're all here once again to discuss what we believe to be the very best video game genre of all time.
All time.
All time.
There you go. There you go. Even after an episode where we're all bitching at each other and ripping on each other to shreds.
This is literally like 5 minutes later.
Yeah, we're just going as far as we can.
3.5 actually, but...
So...
I don't
You
know.
know what, Kyle?
I honestly don't know.
Fuck you and your watch.
Your watch? What the fuck? You were complaining yesterday about not having your watch.
Because I took it off yesterday for comfort.
Oh.
Because I was gaming.
I thought you said you forgot it at home.
No.
Anyway, so we're here to discuss what what we believe to be the very best video game genre of all time, and there's a lot to choose from. What are some examples?
There's FPS, first-person shooter,
Simulations.
There's platforming games,
RPGs.
Sports games.
cooking games.
Would cooking fall under simulation?
I think so.
Yeah, I think so.
Fuck.
Adventure games.
Yes.
Co-op games.
That's a mode, brother.
Multiplayer.
Games.
MMORPG. There you go.
Yeah, there
Or
we
just
go.
MMO.
MMOs.
So there's a lot of fucking kinds of games to choose
We don't know
from.
them all, so...
But
No, we don't.
on the count of 3, and I mean like right after 3, because what the fuck is like how am I gonna say something?
Magic!
What am like how am I gonna say something when I'm also saying 3?
Go.
Right after 3, we're going to say what we believe to be the very best video game genre of all time. Don't you try to improv some shit, Kyle.
No, I had an idea. Save it for the last bit.
But it's the topic of the episode.
I know.
We're not
It's
going to
just an
discuss
idea
the
that popped in my
topic.
head.
1, 2, 3.
RPGs.
Seriously, RPGs are the fucking best. Like they just are. End of episode.
No, what's
They've
your
won-
favorite RPG?
Why? Like for the last few
Well, that's
years,
a good-
RPGs have won Game of the Year.
Yeah. And
What is everyone's like favorite RPG? 'Cause
Oh.
most of the time, it's the very first RPG that you play. That's a good RPG.
it's very easy for me to say, and I will say it until he doesn't look like he's thinking. Paper Mario and the Thousand-Year Door. God damn it!
I forgot that was an RPG.
One of the best RPGs of all fucking time. On the GameCube, for Christ's sake. 2003 or 1? It's one of those two. Great
Let's go
fucking
with
game.
1.
It has aesthetics that are pleasing. It has mechanics that are fluid and easy, customizable. You can play different kinds of ways, and it still all works out. The characters are lovable. The plot is nice and simple, but also interesting. It's a new take on an old thing, and it's very refreshing, and it's fucking wonderful. What about you guys?
I'll let our guest go first.
Alright. I actually have 2 of them, but it's hard to decide. But my favorite one out of the 2, Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. The original one.
There you go.
KOTOR.
Yeah. I mean, hell. It brought a new spin to things. It was a Star Wars game. For me personally, I always loved Star
They're
Wars.
remaking
anyways.
it.
Yeah. They're fucking remaking it.
Possible Netflix series.
Yeah.
If you didn't know that, go on to what's it
Sign the
called?
petition.
Yeah, there's a petition that is quite easily found.
Yeah, just basically look up Star Wars,
And Netflix.
Knights of the Old Republic, Netflix original.
Call your local congressman.
You'll get that shit passed.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but it's got a very nice story, if you ask me. A very nice plot twist in the middle if you've never played it. I'm not going to do spoilers.
Unless you name your character that, then it's kind of hilarious.
Yeah,
He's shit. Oh!
but that's my name. I don't get it.
Keep going, Kyle.
But the combat system, it's a little wonky at times, yes. But there's no matter what you play, there's always going to be some sort of wonkiness in the combat system.
It's a charm sometimes.
And I'll have to admit, my favorite part of the game...
It's back when
my-
they were trying to get turn-based systems and
Yeah.
free-flow combat to go together.
It's like a one-eyed dog. It's still... It's
You
like,
love your Cyclops dog, but
But it's like, god
Yeah.
damn, dude.
he runs into a lot of things.
I did like the fact that you could, pause the game and select, okay, I want to do this type of attack, this type of attack, and this type of attack, in this order. It was good for, like, say, wanting to combine force powers and actual combat.
I never knew that. Like, I've played that game like 4
Really?
or 10 times. 4 or 10 times.
Yeah,
Somewhere in
you
between.
can stack attacks and abilities.
Did not know that. I would always just go off the little scroller that popped up.
See, that's I can sympathize with you because one of my favorite things about Paper Mario 2 is the fact that to this day I still learn that there's new shit in the game that I never knew about.
Hell, I'm still learning new shit about the game. And I played it for how long?
A long time.
Long time.
He played for a long time.
Like, I didn't know about the stacking thing until
played for a long time.
Like,
Kyle doesn't have a fucking life. He never had a motherfucking life.
I do too have a life. Thank you very much.
Where? Show it to us.
It's in Shawnee. It's called Dealing with My Mother.
Yeah, that's not a life.
Next time on Therapy.
Caleb, what's your favorite RPG? Sorry for smacking you.
Dragon Age Origins.
Origins, you say?
Origins.
What an interesting choice. Why?
Because, like a lot of RPGs, depending on how you start and what you chose to branch out, fucking changes the game totally. Even choosing your gender can change the entire plot of the game.
That's fucking awesome.
And it's still, even with the new one, it was the first game to have a blatantly and unapologetically gay character. The only one where it was romanceable. That's what I was. Yeah. I love that mustachioed bastard. I really do. Sparkler for life.
I think my favorite thing about an RPG is the fact that it's hard to say that you made the joke, but it's the characters. You can interact with characters on such a degree that you become more invested in them than you ever would in a movie or a book. You can learn about their lives. You can learn about fucking everything in some cases. Like in Fallout, one of the reasons why that Let's Play never worked is because we couldn't sympathize with any of the characters and we couldn't enjoy any of the aesthetics, which were like the bread and butter of the game.
I loved the environments it created. Like, people took time and effort to write books that you can find in RPGs to explain what's happening around. And
The Lusty Argonian.
the lusty Argonian maid.
Yeah, it works.
Just there you go. Or like you'll
Just
find
a fun little thing that's actually spread out through all of the Elder Scrolls.
Like every Elder Scrolls game, you can find a book of a different version of the lusty Argonian maid.
I think someone's actually taken the time to take the text out of the games
Oh,
from
they
the
have.
consoles in order to put it all together.
They have. It's on Rule 34 too. Don't ask me how I know.
Oh.
No, I found it while randomly scrolling 9gag, and I was just like, oh, there's the porn for today.
I take my porn pill every morning.
Can I help you as you try to get into my pants?
His shorts are two-toned, and it looks like there's just shorts on top of another pair of shorts. Like, look at this shit. Look at that. That's what I'm looking at here. It looks like there's a red pair of shorts underneath his black ones, because there's like a little seam here. But no, it's just not. It's just not. It's just not.
You're welcome, audience, for holding that down. I do love reading some of the books they put together, because a lot of them don't give any sort of shit. It's just like, I found one book where it was like, I was trying to teach this girl to be a lady, and she kept asking me how to kill people and the proper way of skinning a wolf. And it was pissing me off, and it's just a fun little vignette to find while you're like, I'm slaughtering orcs, and just, let me sit down and read this for a sec.
I mean, like, those books are very often like a safe haven for creators, because they're like, no censor is going to go through and read all the books in Dragon Age.
No.
There's no way in hell they're going to do all that.
Unless they're very educated and they're making a shit ton of money.
And no game taster is.
Nope.
Taster.
No,
I'm going to get a spoonful of Dragon Age.
Beta tester. We'll just call them beta. There we go. My favorite part is the choices. In games when you can make choices, like for example in Mass Effect, which yes, I know that...
Red or blue, Kyle? Red or blue?
It kinda sucks for Mass Effect 3.
But hopefully they'll make it up in Andromeda.
Hopefully. But the choices, whatever your choice is in the very beginning, can still affect your choices in the late game. For Mass Effect, even choices in the first game...
Fucking Connor!
Yes! Even Connor can affect your second and third games. It shows the progression of how you're actually affecting the galaxy in that game. Or like in Oblivion, when you say you side with one faction, it shows in the world that you sided with that faction, that they got further along because of your efforts.
Yeah. I mean, that's one of the reasons why people adore the Telltale games.
I will remember this.
Yeah, The Walking Dead. That's like almost more critically acclaimed than the show. It's crazy.
Yeah, it actually is. I miss Lee.
Oh.
Gonna be over here for a sec. Go on. I'm good.
Okay.
But I do have a question for you, Jacob.
What's up?
What is your favorite character out of all the games that you've played, and what game is it from?
Orin, Final Fantasy X. He's
Why?
fucking awesome. He's a dead guy who came back to life. He kept himself from dying fully so that he could get revenge on a god or a religion that unjustifiably killed his best friends and then went back from the brink of death, was nursed back, and kept his soul from sending off to the afterlife, the far plane, so that he could get his best friend's son to go kill the gods that killed him in the first place. It's like, and he has cool shades.
There's the real reason that you got it in the shade.
He has like a really cool sword, and he's like got this big thing of rum. He heavily influenced
There's the
Dragon.
second
Couldn't
one.
tell.
Really?
Tell.
He was
Picture of concept art in the corner.
Yeah. He was the quintessential badass of that game. He was emotionally deep. He didn't involve himself too much in the flashy parts of the game. He was the best character of that game, and in my opinion, of all time!
Caleb, if you're done.
Oh, I'm done.
Okay, Caleb, what's your favorite character? And I have a question after this for you guys, too.
Sure, go ahead.
Geralt of Riviera.
Ah. A playable character.
Yep. And
A character you're actually supposed to like.
except you can make him do
But
the
what-
douchiest of things.
What NPC, though?
What NPC?
Yes, take
I do.
Clementine in Season 1. I know she's a playable character elsewhere, but in Season 1 she was adorable and cute.
Now she's ganking mofos
She's
like
ganking
a boss.
I hope she turns out to be a lesbian, because that would be so hot. I'm kidding. That's fucking weird.
Well, Jacob. Wow.
We live in a world where there was a literal countdown to when the Olsen twins became legal.
Yeah.
Like, we're in that world!
Welcome to it. Ogren. I fucking loved Ogren.
From the same game?
From Dragon Age Origins and Awakening, but I loved him in Awakening. Just the fucking like you initiate him into the Grey Wardens, and he's just looking at the cup, and he's this dwarf, and he's like, "What the fuck is this? The kid size? You making a joke?"
Oh, that's awesome.
He gets his stuff stolen. He's like, "That guy has my junk. No one touches my junk." Ah! Just charges him.
Oh, that's amazing.
Keep going.
Just this drunken, like, quintessential drunk dwarf warrior, and he is amazing, and I love interacting with him. Him just because, especially when he's drunk, he's telling you, like, did you hear about the Snicks? The what? The Snicks. Like, the quarter boy told me they look like pants and they eat your eyes and lay eggs in your skull. And you're like, do you want to know the best part about the Snicks? He's like, no. What? I'm just, what? He's like, they're not real. Fuck! I'm gonna murder that dude! Because he's legitimately sitting in a corner terrified of pants.
A lot of people will know exactly why I like this character. HK-47 from Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic.
Fucking meatbag.
Exactly! Just the sarcastic son of a bitch of the droid that he is. The best way to explain it is really to listen to his audio input.
All of our favorite characters are sassy, badass characters.
Yeah. Like, one time for HK, he explained to the Exile on KOTOR 2 what love is. And its love is, what was it? It was some sort of blaster with a tri-light scope. and you get a shot at over 1,000 yards. Gesundheit. It's better to hear it from him, but
And that's what hearing love from a psychopath is like.
basically. But next question is, what is your favorite NPC character that you're ashamed of?
Oh, your guilty pleasure character?
Basically, like the one that you're sad that you like, but yeah, the character that you're sad that you like, or you're disappointed in yourself that you like it, but you just can't stop yourself from liking the character.
Oh, that's fucking tough.
I can tell you mine right now.
Go ahead.
Bastila Sean.
Same game.
Same game.
It's like your favorite character and your least favorite character are fucking right there.
Right next to each other the whole time, and I have taken them both on missions, and let me tell you, for those who don't do that, it is funny as hell dialogue.
Ah, Jesus, this is fucking tough.
I know, it's like you're filing through a lot of characters and you're like, is that a hated character?
Who's the cousin that keeps calling you in Grand Theft Auto to go bowling? Nico?
Roman. Something like that.
It's Roman.
Nico is your character.
Right.
Hey, Nico, it's Roman. Let's go bowling. Everyone on the internet is shitting on this guy, and I'm just like, that's fucking funny. I saw a clip of him calling a guy while his car was falling from the sky. Like, that is hilarious.
Hilarious timing.
And it's either him or I had one of my first girl character crushes in a video game was Goombella from Paper Mario 2.
And we just kept calling her Goombarella.
Yeah, and that's a fucking Goomba. That's a mushroom with like eyes and a mouth and one tooth
and feet coming out her butt.
Yeah, but like that is a character that to this day I have an extreme fondness for. Like I no longer feel romantic feelings for that character, but yeah,
he says, "Well, there's a shrine in his closet."
Yeah, but there's still a feeling that I'm more attached to that character than probably most people are, and it's not in a creepy way. It's just that I thought that her character was very well fleshed out in the game, and I just really enjoyed it. So it's either Roman or Goombella, who I would say are my guilty pleasure characters. You know what? Fuck all of my answers. I know what mine is. My guilty pleasure is Navi.
I was like debating between Navi and
I never found her to be that annoying. I found her tips to be extremely helpful and insightful.
It saved me fucking hundreds of times.
She was all the noob content.
She was cute. Her voice was cute. Her story is sad. I really like that character. So fuck all you Reddit people who don't like Navi. You don't even know. You'd hate your kindergarten teacher. Miss White was amazing, and you fucking know it. What's your answer, Caleb?
Have some frustrations to take out there.
It's a little annoying. Yes.
Brucey
from
Grand Theft Auto 4.
Oh, fucking hell.
I fucking loved all the cutscenes with him. I was debating whether it would be Brucey or Navi.
Mm-hmm.
But I loved Brucey. I loved the racing that he always fucking jacked you into for some goddamn reason. I loved seeing the cutscenes with, fucking hit me! Come on! Let's go! Wow! Just... whenever he popped on screen, would just smile on my face. Mm-hmm. I just loved seeing him. What is the most hated character that you...
Oh!
Probably Navi.
Or not that, because we just... Sorry. I'm still a bit tired.
It's okay. It's okay. So
what is the most loved character that you can't fucking
the
stand?
opposite. Like your proud pleasure.
Yeah.
Oh, the most loved character that you cannot stand. Mario.
I wouldn't call him, especially with the year of Luigi lasting.
Okay,
like 3 years.
Then I'll change it to Superman. He had the video games.
That's true.
I fucking hate Superman.
But everyone hated the Superman games.
Yeah. Well, I don't even hate him just because of the games. I think his character sucks.
Boy Scouty,
super perfect and powerful as all fuck.
if you read the comics from the 60s, can do basically anything.
Yeah,
my favorite superpower is shooting mini hymns out of his hands.
Like, I don't have any sympathy for his struggle between life and his life at home and his identity thing, because that lasted all of a week and doesn't play at all into his character once he starts to get trained. Past that point, he's just like he's like the ex machina of fucking characters. In order to have any interesting plot for Injustice, the video game, they had to make Superman the bad guy. Because if he was on the good team, there'd be no fucking way he would lose. He sucks! I hate him! I hate Superman. And he beat Goku, and I still don't like it.
But for the exact reason that I hate him. Because he's the ex machina.
Yeah. One, because he's cheap and dumb, and
he won because he's fucking Superman.
stupid.
For mine, I have to say, I don't know if it's a licensed character anymore nowadays, but I like the original one from like way back when, but it's changed so much. Sonic the Hedgehog.
Oh yeah, there are Sonic super fans. Mm-hmm. Why do you not like Sonic?
Mainly because he's a pale comparison to the original character.
What character? He just kind of was there.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like,
he had attitude. He was cool.
Yes,
and voiced by Steven Urkel.
At least way back when, he actually cared about things, and he actually dealt with actual problems, rather than now it's just, oh, hey, speed.
I'm going to rephrase what he said, because I see what you mean. I really do.
But they won't.
No.
See, I need a translator, people.
Yeah, the way he said it is not indicative of what he fucking meant. Basically, he enjoyed the character that fit the style of game that was. What the games have turned into and what it has done with the character as such has drawn a disconnect between what the character is supposed to be about, which is, the attitude, the cool, and the trying to actually save the planet with the animals and all that other shit. The games changed, so it changed the character. He doesn't like the new games. He doesn't like what it's done to the new character.
Since the character that I liked was from the original Sonic the Hedgehog series.
Yeah.
So
seeing fucking Sonic Boom. It's like your child.
It's like they're taking my childhood, put it into an orange press, and slowly pushing down with a couple thousand pounds of force.
And every time they push harder, you give up $60 more, hoping to God that they'll stop, and they just may push harder.
If I spent money on it, yes.
Alright, so I picked Superman, he picked Sonic the Hedgehog. You wouldn't let me pick Mario because people don't like him.
Because he had 3 years of fuck that guy.
Yeah. That, and after the game theory where they were like, he's a sociopathic, womanizing piece of shit. Like, everyone fucking hates Mario now. It's like, damn it.
But they're never gonna get rid of him.
Oh, hell no.
Because fuck you, he has a dynasty.
Still couldn't work with the balls and marry a peach.
Link. Like, I came in at Ocarina of Time, and I went...
Ocarina! I played that Ocarina game. Was with that pansy in the green suit. Was he a fan of the Fallout Boys?
It was like I could have made a joke off of that, but I will respectfully not do it.
No, do it.
No.
Do it.
But it's... A lot of it seems like a lot of work to get behind his whole story and arc through the games itself. It's the dynasty I don't like. The games themselves are nice. Like, when I need a fucking flowchart and 2 hours of explanation to get the actual overarching story, fuck that game entirely.
I can definitely agree with that. Like, the silent protagonist thing, it can be okay if the protagonist actually has character to it.
Mm-hmm.
But when your explanation of who Link is the games before him, and then, he's always a sleepy guy who has to go on a mission. Like...
Okay, like that works for 2 games, but
His face was dumb in Skyward Sword. The fucking game sucks. Swear to
it says, isn't that Skyward Sword on the mantle over there?
yeah, it's a game. I'm doing the. I was doing the Legend of Zelda, like timeline project, and that.
Then you realized I don't have 30 years.
Well, it changed hands, and the person who was supposed to be playing it isn't around, and now I'm just like, who fucking cares? I don't want to do it anymore. So now I'm thinking about destroying that game. like a hammer and a saw. Just like fucking smash it.
No. If you're going to do something like that to a game, you have to do a bit more oomph to it.
Did you ever see Office Space?
I do a parody of the fax scene with, or the printer scene with Skyward Sword.
Yep.
That'd be amazing.
I have no clue.
But that's what I feel about it. The silent protagonist can work better than the voiced one, but when literally his story arc is regurgitated and just reskinned, it gets annoying. And when it's made convoluted as hell, because they're all supposed to be connected,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
it's like I'll just give up at that point. There's no need to become part of the...
I have an honorary mention.
Go on.
I have an honorary mention. Mike Schmidt, the original Night Guard in the first Five Nights at Freddy's. Everyone was like, "Oh, Mike Schmidt." Everyone wants to. RP is Mike Schmidt. Everyone thinks that Mike Schmidt is some sort of fucking hotshot Night Guard. He's a fucking. He's nobody. He's a piece of shit. Got fired for being smelly. Like he's dumb. There's no reason to like this guy. He's just a name. You never see him. You don't know anything about him.
You are Mike Schmidt. It is just a fucking placeholder name.
Get over Mike Schmidt. And stop hating on Fritz. Fucking Fritz did exactly the same shit as Mike. Fritz is fucking hated. He's a xenophobic piece of shit. Anyway.
I'm guessing Fritz is the Night Guard from 2.
I think Fritz was the Night Guard from the bonus nights. But anyway, so RPGs are good. Thank you all very much for watching this episode of All the Above.
I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And I'm Kyle.
And I had more of an outro, but I guess I'll stop. Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
He said goodbye, Jacob.
Ah!